lead here as John comes in, takes care of Schmaxel, trying to work his way back onto the lane as they get ready for next. 26 seconds left. Looks like Mexi's trying to work the point out here, trying to take care of the back line, and he's doing a good job of it. Skyline looking okay here to start.
Yeah, Mexi clearing out that back P2 just saved them the spawns right there. Contested spawns do come through on behalf of Carnes, though. They're spawning around globe area. Contested come through. Pretty even game and contested hill for the most part, but great job on behalf of Skyline for just maintaining these spawns, playing their kills conservatively, and just keeping it as competitive as possible. Now they can bank off of this next hill. Plancha looking for any type of entry right here, but Blitz shuts him down, coming out of CDOM right there. And now we go 27-12, 47 left, 45 seconds left on the hill. Chronic's taken out by Blitz there. Time remaining in favor of Skyline.
Plancha looking for a break there, but Skyline spawning close enough. They're not going to let it happen. If you're Skyline, this is one of your opportunities that you might not have later in this hardpoint match. You have a very good hold on this point here with 30 seconds left, but looks like Carnes is going to break it, though. If you're Skyline, you know, take advantage of the points that you have, and you need to not let them break you immediately, because up against this team, they break teams on a hard point fast. We've seen it a lot. They group up once and they break that point, and they usually are able to hold it throughout the entirety of the timer. So if you're Skyline and you find yourself in control of a point, you need to hang on to it like your life depends on it, because it does against Carnes a la Plancha.
Right, and fantastic hold and just push back on rotations on behalf of Skyline just to make sure they can get this P3 secured. However, that's going to be number 7, John, on the flank there, and that gets them one more spawn. So it's going to be John and Plancha working the back of that library right there. Last alive, Plancha and killed. Mexi takes him out. Looks like a little bit of a lag skip on him. Little skip jump.
That's a squad wipe for Skyline there. Carnes Plancha has to full reset, get ready for the next break, but Schmaxel running in, giving up his life. That's going to make it a 3v4, making this break a lot easier for Carnes Plancha when they inevitably run in. Zenek finds miss. Schmaxel gets the trade onto Plancha there, so not immediately being broken by Plancha. They do get point eventually, though. They're going to try and play for scraps here as they fight with Skyline over the next point.
Yeah, Carnes grabbing the rest of that scrap right there. It's going to be about 60-50, still within about 10 points. Rotations are coming through. It's going to be Mist and Schmax holding a pretty solid pinch onto this next hill. Contest does come through, though, and team kill also comes through on behalf of John. And now Carnes with the initial onto P4, but Blitz shuts down Plancha, just holding that back corner, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Hill remains uncontested. Xenoc looking for any type of entry and information into the hill, but gets taken out by Mist, still holding that backside or from the front. Chronix gets taken out by Blitz there. Kill remains contested. Only 5 points separating these two teams.
I'm interested. We've seen a couple of milliseconds of lag here on some of the spectator cam. I'm interested if that's being experienced between all players right now. I hope that it won't disqualify this match in any way, because I like what I'm seeing out of Skyline so far. They have not fallen behind as they easily can against Carnes Plancha. They're staying in it with them. They're keeping their pace, and right now they lead them by a few seconds, but they might have other plans as Carnes Plancha does get the first hold on this point, and it's tied contested right now. They finally take a lead, and it's close. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a wipe, at least not here in this first half. It's been very close.
Super close so far. Carnes leading by about 10 points right now. Blitz was lingering around top checkers, not sure what that really was, but 1 and 3. That's going to be Mist and Blitz working that back P2 just to make sure they can secure spawns. Skyline holding the hill right now, looking for the last one. It's going to be Xenoc top checkers, and now the flood begins from Carnes holding globe courtyard area, which is looking for any type of entry and rotation, but Skyline shutting that down any way that they can just to make sure that they cannot secure these back two spawns. If you look at the mini map, that's going to be Mexi and then Blitz, both holding street, 1 and 3's 1 street, just to make sure that that push does not happen. Carnage is able to soak up scrap off of that purely contested hill.
This is what I was talking about when I said Skyline need to keep up their aggression and their stamina. Carnes Plancha is not giving away their points here. They're making Skyline work for it. If Skyline can continue the momentum and the aggression, and Mexi's going off. What a good What a good start for him. 16-7, 30 OBJ seconds. If Skyline can continue this aggression and match Carnes on the Plancha with stamina, they're going to be in a good shape.
Yeah, fantastic play right there. Blitz not able to get the kill on Plancha, but missed. Able to secure that. Blitz gets taken out. So we're still seeing a lead in favor of Skyline at this point, 115 to 87. The rotations need to start now for Skyline. If you look on the minimap, Carnes already fully rotated, just holding that mid-cut. John finds one, looking for the second one onto Mexi. Shots are being fired, but the initial for P3 is going to go in favor of Carnes, which was a good play out of them just to back up and hold to try and get more time going into the future. Currently at about a 40-point lead, but it can dwindle pretty quickly.
Well, Skyline did raise the lead to scrap on that last point, and with the lead they have, if Carnes on the Plancha maintains the site for its entirety, the deficit will not be terrible. It won't be ideal, and that's if they hold it the entire point. But like you said, they will lay in that rotation, so it's very possible that Carnes on the Plancha will hold this entire point here. But if that's the case, they will only lead by 35 or 40 or so. Not an impossible margin to make an effort on, but Skyline trying to make an entry here, looking for anything they can get. Mexi and Schmaxel both finding a frag. Now John on the point by himself here, waiting for his reinforcements as Mexi's going to try and make a push as the rest of La Plancha move in. John's going to get taken down, and right there, Skyline will contest that for the moment, and they're going to be able to rotate on to the next point, while Carnes on La Plancha are going to clean up the scraps of 6 seconds worth of scrap there, and that's not going to be as big as a lead as you're hoping for your Carnes.
Yeah, Carnes, they were able to pull this back within a pretty even margin, 136 to 131. Initial is going to go in favor of Skyline here. Blitz is going to be your OBJ. However, it just seems like Skyline, they're just heated up. They came ready to play. On the behalf of Carnes, you're going to have Chronic sitting at 9 and 17, and Plancha, another amazing player, sitting at 8 and 16. That's not something that you want out of your leading players on that team so far. So maybe it's just a slow start trying to heat up so far. But they're going to have to kick it into gear. Keeping it as competitive as possible is ideal, but they're going to be looking for a lead change pretty soon. 22 seconds left on this hill. Schmaxel looking to try and find one, but that's going to be 3 down, and now it's time to reset for Skyline.
And if you're Carnes, you cannot come into this match underestimating Skyline. They have that 0-3 record, but as I said before, they've won 6 maps and just barely lost all 3 of those games. That 0-3 record is not representative of Skyline, who they are as a team. Carnes on La Plancha cannot sleep on Skyline right now. They're going to have to play their hardest and respect them as an opponent, or Skyline is going to sneak away with a map and maybe even the set.
Possibly. Contestant does come through, though. Mexi, looking for one, gets traded out by Plancha. Hill now goes in favor of Carnes. 157 to 150, 40 seconds left on the clock. Skyline all gathered around, fantastic trade, all gathered around Globe right there, looking to make this rotation and try and pressure them off the hill, though. Xenon currently on a 5 spree, shuts down Mexi. Chronics finds one onto Blitz, and now the rotation going into P2 begins.
Carnes looking good. Zenek, like you said, on a streak of 5, 23 and 19 with 121 OBJ. If you're Skyline, Zenek needs to be shut down ASAP, because that's the guy who's currently leading that team towards their victory right now. Skyline working towards scraps. They're only going to get 11 seconds of it or so. That'll bring them within maybe a 10-point margin. It's going to be 13 or so, but not good enough as we near that 250 marker. We're getting close to 200 here. If you're Skyline, pressure's starting to set in now if you're behind, because you need to get into the lead before you get to that 200 mark. Against Carnes on La Plancha, a small lead is not a comfortable lead.
It's definitely not. Skyline, they need to try and stay ahead or within a 10-point margin for as long as possible. Carnes is starting to rack up these points now. We're going to see about a 40-point differential now in the second set of rotations. Skyline both able to find 2 down now, hunting for the last one. Enoch on hill gets double traded out there. So now Skyline grabbing the rest of the scrap, can still keep it within about 20, but red arrows on the minimap are all set up going into this P3, and they might just need to leave the rest of the scrap if they want to focus on the rest of the match. Plancha just joking back and forth between Eskies, just getting these important kills off of rotation, just stopping that push out of Skyline.
not looking good for them right now as they finally get off point. They're going to leave 3 seconds of scrap in the neutral zone. 187 to 202. The Plancha set up very well. Skyline's going to need a lucky break here if they want to get one. Schmaxel finds one. Miss looking for another. Mexi finds one. Trades left and right. It should be a 2v2 on site. Schmaxel looking for one. Cannot take care of Chronix though, but they do have the site. Skyline is working with what they have. They're going to tie this up at 202 with 35 seconds left on point. Mexi holding down the back line, gets traded out by Chronix. Miss finds one. John and Miss both get taken down. Schmaxel on a spree of 5. Carnes on the Plancha finally get point back after being so early to that point. I'm surprised they let a break happen at all.
Yeah, it was a fantastic break, and Chronix was able to successfully throw them off a little bit and just try to keep them busy, you know, try to keep them busy and find them in that back spawn. Schmaxel was able to trade him out there, and Skyline was able to reclaim some points. However, now the lead is starting to dwindle away by 20 points in favor of Carnes here, but the rotation does come through out of Skyline.
Wow.
They're going to see that's a big kill right there out of Mexi onto Xenoc, and now the initial goes in favor of Skyline. Still within 20 points. It's definitely possible for them to do it here. They know Chronix is back there.
Oh,
Not
no.
able to get that kill. Plancha.
Mexi, you can't lose that. You have the info from your teammate to look to peek the wrong side of that bus is detrimental to them. That could be it for Skyline here as Carnes on the Plancha is within 10 points, 30 seconds left on the site. Skyline scattered and far away from each other. I think Carnes is gonna get this one out.
It's just that last push and Mexi being taken out of the hill. However, 250 to 216 while Skyline leading that first half of the map. Seems like they need to put their foot off the pedal just a little bit, but I don't see a quick 3-0 here. And I think that Skyline definitely proved that they're also a force to be reckoned with as an underdog in this league, despite being down 0-3. They're having these consistently close matches, and they're just falling short in those areas. And had, you know, Carnes, once they started rotating early and holding, that's what gave them that victory right there.
So, Carnes wins their 10th map of the regular season. They improved to 10-1 on maps. And Skyline will drop their 10th map of the season to 6-10. Yeah, Skyline didn't have the stamina to keep up. Carnes a la Plancha, I think we're taking this maybe at like a 70% capacity in the first half, and then they said, oh, maybe they'll beat us, and then they put their foot on the pedal, and Skyline, they just couldn't keep up. They lost. I think that gunfight that Mexi lost right there at the end on that bus was really important. If he was able to take down that player from Carnes over by the bus and not allowed a double kill, I think that's a huge momentum shift for that site. I'm not saying they would have won the game, but they would have had a much better hold on that site, and it would have been much closer. Yeah,
I think we would have seen a third set of rotations out there, maybe have even gone to a possible third rotation P2 if that first hill would have remained contested. But yeah, that two-piece out of Chronix and Mexi falling short on that info right there to close out that kill, I think that definitely hurt them. However, I would hope that the vibes are not killed. I think they played a fantastic match, game 1, and I think they can definitely show it again in game 2 for Search and Destroy.
I agree. I think if you're Skyline, you have to say, hey, we at least made it to 200. There have been teams that have played Carnes that have not made it to 200 in Hardpoint, or have not given them the run for their money that we just did. So, Skyline, they have something going for them. We'll have to see how Carnes answers. They've seen them in one map. Now I'm interested to see if they're going to change up their game plan at all for Search here.
Right.
But if you're Skyline, Search could be the map that you steal away from Carnes because, as everybody knows, there's no respawns in Search, and if you can win a couple of lucky gunfights, you can very quickly take a map away from these guys. So if they can't beat Carnes in stamina, they can beat them in gunfights, and we saw that happen a lot. So Search could be their map.
It very well could, because if they can push them to a control and especially when those defensive sides. I don't know what map we're playing just yet, but Control seems to be defense favored this year. Skyline could make some things happen in the latter end of this series, but hopping in right behind Xenox, Schmaxel is going to be your bomb carrier. Looks like it's going to be a pretty dominant A push out of the boys in blue so far. Xenox looking for any type of snipe off of that half wall. The Chronix finds that first blood. Mexi trades him out. John finds one onto Mexi, so now make it a 3v2 favoring Carnes.
Missed last alive already as John takes down Blitz. Plancha, Zenek, and John hunting down Mist right now. Mist gonna get caught with his pants down, but wins that fight against Zenek, making it a 2v1. Mist with 150 HP. Plancha hunting. Mist is gonna see if he can't recover bomb, but he's gonna have to clear multiple different angles first. John with 2 kills already in the round. Ready for a third. Plancha trying to check his teammates' angles, making sure he doesn't get flanked on. Mist has 30 seconds to work with here. He's going to enter through mid and see if he can't pick off another player with 26 seconds on the clock. He has bomb now, and the rotate should come in.
Finessed. This might have been the finesse that he needs. He was able to finesse the bomb and get it down at B, which is most ideal. He needs to make it now because who is that? John. John is sniffing him out, looking for this kill. I don't know. Mist might get away here in a 1v2. They know exactly where he is and not able to get the kill. He finessed the bomb.
He had the info on John too, but he just ran for too long. I think Mist needs to re-peek that. After John misses his initial spray, I would have loved to see Mist re-peek that rather than run out into the open, making himself vulnerable to not just John, but also Plancha there at the end. I thought that was kind of risky.
Yeah, I get he wanted to be off the scene, but without that intel of the second player, that was definitely a risky push.
They are not losing by wide margins.
No.
That is the story of Skyline so far, and it's been the story in a game of Hardpoint and a round of Search. They are not losing easily.
At all. Valiant efforts, and they're doing the best that they can do. Schmaxel going for a quick cut, but smokes are going to go out. Schmaxel not detecting Plancha. Schmaxel able to find 2.
That's big.
Huge. Make that a 4v2.
Big stuff from the IGL. We've got a rifle and a sniper left on Carnes as Chronix gets a kill. Schmaxel on top of Eskies. Schmaxel maybe getting a little overconfident there. I don't think he needs to peek that angle, and he pays for it. He just let Carnes back in this game.
Definitely did. Sitting at a 3v2. Bomb is down. Right on bomb for Carnes. They need to retake this Chronix. Looking for any type of intel, but I think they just sniffed him out. Xenox backing up. Chronix finds one. That's intel for 2 players.
Oh,
now,
no.
2v2. Xenox finds one onto Mist, but bomb still needs to go down. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Blitz is going to be looking the wrong way. This is the wrong time. That's COD timing for you. Mexi makes it happen, though. Picks up the 2-piece. Does not get caught off. He was 1 shot, but still makes it work. That's a huge play and keeps the Skyline players in this game. Huge play here.
Wow. Skyline staying in this. Tying it up 1-1.
Came down to a 1v1 for Skyline to get their round.
Yeah, Carnes, they're not giving it up that easy.
Big push towards A this time. Both teams not taking it slow. Nades, oversight. Now they've slowed things down. Trophy system's in place. Both teams just waiting for info. Waiting to see who moves first.
Xenox working that flank. I think it looks like Skyline's going to back up and go for the rotation here, but Xenox might get that info if he's looking the right way.
That's a great rotate from Skyline here.
So if they can pick off this one player and completely full rush B, that's gonna be a super hard retake for Carnes right there.
The only problem I have with Skyline's rotate is I think it's taking too long right now. I think all the players on A probably know the gimmick at this point. And Zenek, if he has any info, he should be calling it out. And that's going to bring the rotate over to B as Schmaxel finds Zenek. Bomb will go down, and it's going to be a 3v4 with 19 seconds left.
Yeah, Chronic's not able to find...
just gets out of there. Unbelievable.
Gets taken down by Plancha. 35 seconds left to defuse.
3v3 with bomb down. Missed, holding down an angle. Doesn't spot LaPlancha, but knows where he is now. Chronix finds Blitz. 2v3 now, favor LaPlancha. This is going to be a fantastic retake for them if they make this. Schmaxel evens it up.
Oh, no. Mist and Schmaxel both taken down. Carnes able to defuse that. They go up 2-1 in the series.
Well,
where did it fall
Skyline,
apart?
You got to be feeling pretty gutted at this point. They didn't set up their angles on the defensive well enough. Skyline, that is. I think they had players spread out too far. I think they had. Okay, yeah. Chat calling it. We've got a GA on a flashlight. Harm.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Nick says that's a round FF. Well, I'll pull LaPlancha into this chat after this round and just tell him really quickly and then put him back.
So
okay.
Not going to be a map
figure it
FF
out
either way, but I mean, John will take it off. He just probably doesn't know.
Okay. LaPlancha on to Schmax. 3v4 favor. We're looking to put bomb down onto A site. Mist has the read. Mexi's there with the read as well. And Blitz trying to hold down that flank rut that's about to be challenged by Chronix. Towards mid.
Charles going down, Mist, able to find one. Could get a second one if he gets away with his life. He does. Mexi there for the trade, though. Xenoc trades Mexi out. Blitz gets one onto Chronix, and now a 2v1.
That's a good teammate. Mexi saving his friend's life right there in favor of the trade. But Zenek finds one. Now Mist can clean it up.
Hey, LaPlanche.
Yo.
Is someone on your team running flashlight by chance?
John picked the, what is it, Stealth Ops class by accident.
Okay, yeah, that's what the chat was saying. All right, all good then.
Yeah, he switched out.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's just a default class someone picked by mistake. It's all good then. We won't.
It's forgivable.
Yeah, it's all good.
Cool.
We'll let it slide this time.
Yeah, if they were 10-1, then maybe we'd, but whatever.
All right, back to the A site we go. Skyline, Carnes, 2-2 rounds apiece going into this round 5. Smoke goes out. Plancha finds one onto Maxi. Schmaxel trades Plancha out for the 3v3.
Big trade from Schmaxel. Get the info with the grenade there as well. Zenek on the flank. Miss is going to get caught off guard. Try and make a call out, see if Schmaxel or if Blitz can make the trade, and he does. But Schmaxel and Chronix going ring around the rosy right here. They're right next to each other. It's a 2v1. Chronix behind and puts away Blitz, but the trade is there. Skyline have a round lead on Carnes in search.
Yeah, you've got to be feeling good for Skyline here. Those previous losses mean absolutely nothing. We're only dealing with what we got, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're proving that they are a top caliber team. Just falling short in some areas, but leading 3-2, looking to make this a 4-2, just to signify some type of comfortable lead against Carnes, unfortunately. But Plancha has bomb. Looks like it's going to be a plant, but positioning looking somewhat split.
Yeah, they haven't committed to anything. It looks like they might be feeling out towards mid and seeing what site might be easiest to take here. They're already towards B site, and Skyline have no idea what's going on here. They're going
They
to
went
lose
for
to a
the
flank
reverse
route at this
flank.
point to the bomb carrier, and they have no clue what's going on right now. Suddenly the bomb is behind them. They thought they were looking the wrong direction the whole round, but the trade comes in. It's a 3v3, or excuse me, it's a 2v3 favor of La Plancha, and bomb is going to try and enter A site backwards. Now they go B. Okay, good. Now they go B.
Definitely an interesting route choice out of there. I think they definitely did well, taking down 2 of the Skyline players right there just to throw them off. Now it's going to be a huge retake. 27 seconds left on the clock here. Schmaxel sniffing them out, trying to look for one. Finds one onto Plancha.
That's huge.
Then that's bomb. 20 seconds left. Can Carnes recover from that? Chronic.
Oh, if Chronix made it out of there, that would have been unbelievable. A 1v1 now for Blitz and Zenek. Bomb's going to go down with 10 seconds on the clock. We saw Carnes execute a retake that they won, and now Blitz is going to catch Zenek with his pants down, full sprint, rounding the corner, and Skyline will also have a retake under their belt. They take a 4-2 lead. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic read right there out of Blitz. Just to wait, play for the patience, just to see if somebody rushes out of that B bomb site instead of lingering around bomb. And now we're seeing a lead favoring Skyline, and they're looking. This is where they need to put the gas pedal on go, like full send, just to make sure that they can put Carnes in the coffin here. But I'm sure Carnes is not going down without a fight. Still, despite being down 2-4, I don't think they see it that way.
Carnes underestimating Skyline there. He took La Plancha, took bomb, ran down mid, flanked, picked up a kill on A site, and ultimately they did not win the round. I think they heavily underestimated Skyline there, performing the things that they were doing last round, and they paid for it.
And it looks like Skyline's going to try to pull that same strat, but
no.
Plancha says, no, sir, that's mine. That is my play right there. Shuts him down. 4v3.
Can't do that. You can't be leaving bomb in an open spot like that. That leaves your team in such a bad position. Not only is their man advantage, but they have the objective advantage. They have bomb down in the open. You have to go around, and you have
Skyline
to take the fights.
Yeah, Skyline's surrounded right now. Looking at the mini-map, Hunters versus the Prey. There's nowhere they can actually go right now. What a fantastic setup out of Carnes right here.
Well, why did Schmaxel take the bomb mid with no team?
Yeah, that he didn't have his reinforcements there, and there wasn't any intel, which is the difference here. At least Carnes, they did the fake out for A and had Skyline lingering for a long time, but now 18 seconds, 17 seconds left on the clock, and it just falls down. Carnes bringing this back, clawing their way back into this 3-4.
That's the worst round we've seen Skyline put down. That was a mess of a round. Throw bomb down mid, leave your teammates stuck. That will absolutely not win you a round. It won't win you a map. Definitely not against this team. They will punish you 100 times over for that.
Yeah, and that's a round that you can't give away to the behemoth that Carnes is. That's not an. It's an unfortunate tough round to give away.
The difference between a 5-2 and a 4-3 as the underdog is huge mentally, but Blitz going to pick up one with a chance for more. He's going to get the Semtex down range. Only a hit marker, though. Blitz knows where Zenek is. He's going to make the jump peek, but he's going to lose it because he took his time trying to check his angles. If he'd have gone more aggressive, he would have taken it out, but now Skyline just throwing themselves at Carnes with a 2v2. Schmaxel finds one, make it a 2v1. Chronix last alive versus Mist and Schmax. They know where he is. They're going to go for the pinch here. They have the intel. Chronix trying to check both angles at once. Schmaxel wins that fight. Great shot from Chronix there to get the head-peeking Schmax.
And Chronix has been in these situations before. I've played with him in prior leagues, and he knows these reads. So it's going to be down to Mist. Chronix knows he needs to get bomb. Mist should know that communication. Chronix has finessed the bomb. 25 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go for Beast. Very strategic wrap here, but Mist needs to make that read. He has the rotation now. Bomb has not been planted yet. Chronix wasting just a little bit too much time, but Mist needs to get in there right now and just might catch Chronix.
Must have heard him. Wow! Another retake for Skyline. Mist gets it done in a 1v1. That's a 5-3 scoreline. Oh, they make it close every time. I don't know why it's close every time, but
It's
they
a
do.
nail biter. Yeah, 100%. Mist able to retake that and get the defuse, put the boys up 5-3 now. For Carnes, backs against the wall. Nothing entirely too much to lose here. We'll just go 1-1 into the series. But do you think that Skyline might ride this momentum out into the control?
Not in control. I don't see Skyline taking a control map. I think that if Skyline is going to take a map, it's going to be on search. And then we've seen with respawn OBJ modes, Carnes is just deadly in every fashion when they play those maps. So maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe they will have that momentum, but I don't see it happening currently. And that's if they win this search match. They haven't won it yet.
Blitz backs up. Heavy resistance off of Carnes. Looking for any type of entry. All players present. Complete standstill.
Bomb in the back of Skyline's front line there. I like to see that.
It's a lot
Not
safer.
in the front, being thrown down mid. Just
Utility
waiting
being
for
used.
someone to peek, looking for info, trying to make your enemy make a mistake. We see Schmaxel catch John off guard, but now Chronix is going to get the trade on Schmaxel. LaPlancha should catch Mexi here, but he gets away just in time. He's able to pick up Chronix. Now LaPlancha finds Mexi, but that should open up the trade for LaPlancha. LaPlancha is going to try and escape with his life. It's a 2v2 now. They have to give up bomb site in order to stay alive. Zenek watching Mist escape here. Going to try to re-peek, and he's going to lose that fight. Mist with the jump shot, and Skyline takes Search out from under Carnes a LaPlancha, and they even up the match at 1 map apiece. Good stuff from Skyline.
Yeah, I really like what Mexi did here. This 2-piece really opened up the A bomb site right here. Somebody had to make a move and make that entry play, and it was Mexi right there. Got traded out, but that 2-piece definitely opened it up, and it made Carnes push back and, reevaluate that site while Skyline was able to push in, and then resulting in the victory on that search and destroy. Now we're going into a game 3 control. Series tied 1-1.
To see what map the team captains decide on. Usually falls on Garrison, but we might see a raid here.
Love a raid. The search that I'm not Crossroad.
Crossroad.
Oh,
I was
just
gonna
kidding.
say.
All right.
I was like, wasn't that taken out?
So Garrison it is, and well, we've seen Skyline upset the momentum in 2 maps now. We've seen them take 1, but they just fell short in that hardline map. So I'm not ruling them out, but we've all seen what Carnes does in these modes, and it's nothing to be laughed at. So if you're Skyline, you got to have your head on your shoulders. You got to be coordinated. You got to be content with what you can get, and play your best, and you will come out on top.
100%.
But these guys are the hunters. They are the predators. They will capitalize on a mistake. They will make you pay for it, and they will not let you forget it. They will run away with it if you let them.
Yeah, they're not gonna let that search and destroy affect them. Like you said, they are a dominant team with that aggression, and it favors in their respawn, and it shows 100%. So I think they're looking to really close this out in these next two games right here. But I don't know. I mean, if Skyline can push this to a game 5, what do you see?
If Skyline pushes game 5, at that point I would favor them. I would give it to them, because if you can get to game 5, that says Carnes is off their game, and I would give Skyline the upper hand there. Falco, control is our best. We're taking that for sure. Falco making a call for his team.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We've had 1 prophet in chat. Are we going to have a second? That's the question. So we'll do it again on Garrison for control. In a 1-1 Series tie. Skyline against Carnes Plancha. Last place versus first place. Skyline looking for an upset, looking to get on the board. Here we go.
Hopping in right behind Mexi here, full send into the hill. Defense first, though, and this map is defense favored. Mexi pushing for the flank, and right through mid is able to find one right onto John, stopping that push altogether. Chronix sitting top, floating, finds one onto Schmaxel, and now the push begins for Carnes one more time. Not able to get any progress so far, but Mexi just pushed all the way up into their warehouse. Gets taken out, though, by John, but what a great start out of Mexi to find even 2 kills just to stop that push.
Definitely. Not only do you get the 2 frags to take away through the respawns, it's also mentally jarring if you're Carnes to have someone suddenly up in your face killing 2 of your teammates. It's not the way you want to start a game, so solid stuff out of Mexi there.
Yeah, we're going to see progress being made over at B. Carnes able to get that first tick off. Blitz looking to try and contest this. Finds one onto John, but has the rest. Oh, that's gonna be a clear hill, though. Blitz finding another one. Almost finds the third onto Chronix, unfortunately. 3rd tick.
Zenek here for backup. Looks like Skyline will be migrating over to A site. They're going to let Carnes have it, and Schmaxel will be looking to clean up, trying to dwindle their respawns down just a little bit further, trying to get in the back line there, trying to make something happen. 18 respawns in favor of Carnes. Plancha taking care of Mexi on the way down. Nice shots from him. Schmaxel still trying to work a flank route, trying to get behind any of these Carnes players, looking for a respawn advantage. He's going to find John in the back. Now he knows where the rest of them are going to spawn. Schmaxel already looking. He's behind 2 more players. They have no idea he's there. Schmaxel doing work in the back line right now on a streak of 2.
Yeah, Schmaxel making absolute plays. First it was Mexi, now Schmaxel's turn. Just stopping these pushes. A minute left on the clock. Just playing with him at this point, and I think is a fantastic strategy. They have an upper hand on the respawn so far. They're just throwing Carnes completely off of their game.
Definitely. Just being annoying as possible. He doesn't even necessarily need to get the kills. He's wasting so much of their time down there just being in their face, in their spawn. So that was really good stuff coming out of Schmaxel. If he can replicate that in the next round, and maybe even again in this round, that's going to be really beneficial for them. But we have Chronix looking to make a push here. He knows Mexi's in the corner, or at least he should. And, Plancha starting to run out of time here as they pick up a couple of frags on Blitz and Schmaxel. This should be a good time for them to push. Chronix will do it. He gets taken care of by Mexi, though. John comes in with the trade, but he doesn't realize there's one more on site, and Mist gets spun on and taken care of. Sit down, says John. And they're going to work this first tick. 19 seconds left.
Yeah, and respawns are now going in favor of Carnes at this point. They're going to get their first tick off. 18 seconds on the clock paused. Chronix was able to get that entry right there, sitting in that back corner. Now it's looking a little dangerous for Skyline here, as Carnes were able to get and put the foothold into this A point, but Mexi, he's gonna have to chow this and try and get some more info, and there he does. Finds
There's
one
the double kill. That's huge.
And that resets Carnes back into their spawn. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. 10 seconds left on the clock.
Play of the game if Skyline wins this round. That is huge. Mexi picks up a 3rd and a 4th. That's a big streak coming out of Mexi. That's huge. That's round saving. That's the round. Skyline take the first piece of control away. Huge play by Mexi. Fantastic strategy by Schmaxel, wasting their time in the backfield. That was a great run from Skyline.
Yeah, that was honestly the play of this game, and that could be the momentum that Skyline needs and that confidence to ensure the rest of the series for them. But one round at a time, Skyline feeling good about themselves. Carnes looking to get themselves back into this.
Not what I expected on the first round of Control. Couple of great plays from a couple of key players on this Skyline team, and just like that, they squeak out a round from Carnes Plancha.
And now it's time for Skyline to go on the offensive here. John finds that first blood. Mexi pushing that under the stage, but Plancha's ready for it. was not letting them get through that, but Schmack's there with the trade. Fantastic teammate out of him right there. Miss just holding that back rails just to make sure that nobody can push out of that light. Respawn still relatively even. Skyline just looking to make it happen and get some map control here.
Both teams with 2 players going negative and 2 players going positive. Mexi doing a great job, 11 and 7. Just gets taken down now, make it 8. LaPlancha finds one from around the corner, takes care of Mist. 24 respawns to Skyline's 29. Their offense might not be their best attribute here on control. They look slightly disoriented. Chronics working the backfield here, taking care of their spawns, taking care of another one. He's on a streak of 3. Might find a 4th here. Finally gets taken down from Schmaxel, who had the info. Skyline do not look as coordinated as they did last round.
Yeah, falling apart a little bit for him here. I just think, I don't know. Are they committing to a point? There's 23 seconds left on the clock. You know, down by 5 lives. They need to commit right here in group push. It seems like it's just a lot of singular pushes at this point. We've seen some trades, but Schmaxel, Blitz was able to find 2, but they need to push this point.
8 seconds left. I don't think they have the clock read, but they do have 1 player on point. Blitz knows what's going on. He's surrounded by the LaPlancha players, though. John firing down lane. He doesn't realize Blitz is there, but the nade is just a little short. Doesn't get Blitz, though. He's staying on point, stays contesting. Mexi finds one, trying to make this somewhat doable here. Zenek looking down range, trying to find the rest of Skyline's players. Respawns not terribly far apart. LaPlancha has a 4 kill advantage, but they stay on point for as long as they can here, just trying to put off their loss here. I think that's it for them. They've ran out of time. They held a site for a long time right there, but they weren't able to solidify it at all. So Carnes get the round back and back to defense.
Yeah, neither team able to successfully cap both points off of offense. However, it's still looking like it's anyone's game at this point. It's just going to come down to who can clutch, or if it goes to a round 5 in this, then yeah, round 5, then who is going to win that defense? You know, it comes down to that. So long road for Skyline, but it's definitely possible.
Mist currently 4 and 9 with the KD on Skyline. He's going to need to pick it up if they want a better chance of winning this. It's not a kill-based game, but it does come into play if the OBJs are not taken care of first. So I want to see a little more out of Mist, more trades on his part, and I think Skyline will be in a really good position if that happens.
Right, as long as Skyline can maintain their map control, it seems like actions come to a halt. Mexi backs up, gets away with the slice. Plancha looking to find one, but Schmax finds 2, traded out shortly thereafter by Xenoc. Chronix finds one onto Mexi, and Miss trades him out. Xenoc just trying to get into the hill here, but backs up and gets away with his life. And now Carnes on LaPlancha.
Schmaxel looking down 4 different LaPlancha players. He finally gets taken down. He has a lot of barrels pointed his direction. John gets taken down by Mist. Trying to make an entry on the site here as LaPlancha tries to get that second hit. He's in on the site. He's shooting at his feet, but he can't take care of it. Mist takes care of John at the right moment. That'll free up the site for just a little bit as they re-coordinate and re-push to try and get that hit back down to just the first marker. And Skyline spreading a little thin here, but Carnes and LaPlancha also trickling in. They're not doing a cohesive push. Schmaxel working the spawns just a little bit, trying to keep them off. 10 seconds of play time left now. If they can keep them away, they're going to be in a really good position. Yeah,
just one more successful push out of Skyline here to knock Carnes and LaPlancha off of that B zone. They could. It looks like they're going to play for the reset on A, but that does give Carnes and LaPlancha another minute to work with. Lives are relatively even. I maybe would have Child Hill one more time, but it's a smart push either way.
I think you have to go for that. It's 8 seconds left. Anything can happen. You have to go for that. Letting them have a whole nother minute. Like, I mean, you know who you're playing. These guys can make anything happen. to give them a whole nother minute of playtime. Yes, you were able to clutch up on this point last time, but this is not the first time. This is not the first time meeting each other on that site anymore. Now they know your tendencies and they know where you like to play. This is not the same round as before, and I don't like that.
Yeah, we're running it back into the same issue. 25 seconds left on the clock. Skyline with one more respawn remaining over Carnes and Plancha, just trying to keep them off this hill as possible. Contested does come through as Carnes was attempting to flood the hill. Xenoc looking to find one, is going to get that initial. They're going to get that first tick off onto that hill. And now Carnes getting progress onto their second pick. It's going to have to happen here.
Schmaxel, that's a big kill from him. That's a big kill from him. Leaving one on site, or excuse me, two. Carnes in the back now. John still making work happen on point. Schmaxel cannot find him. He gets traded out by La Plancha, and it's all coming out. It's all coming down for Skyline now. That's going to be the round, and Carnes take a a one-round lead over Skyline. I think you have to go for that ace B site with 8 seconds left. I think you should have let them have more time, and this is the result of that.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying to throw 4 guys, you know, at that 8-second push. Just maybe even 2 to try and knock them off or something. Can get lucky, but I think sacrificing that push or the rest of B, I think it definitely hurt them in that round. Once you give Carnes an inch, they will go the mile with that. So now Skyline with their backs against the wall, down 1-2. They can they're on the offense here, so it's a pretty big ask of them. If Carnes holds that map control, we might see a quick 3-1 here. But Schmaxel with that first blood, it looks like they're going to immediately push for A.
Bought them a half second of time to get onto site. I like that. The peak doesn't come in when the player would have preferred, and it just offsets his timing just a little bit. Though Zenek finds one. I'm working on the site now with a pinch from La Plancha. They're going to be able to execute this very flawlessly and just absolutely wipe that site of all Skyline players. Now that they've moved over to B, Carnes has to read. They're going to start nading out that site, and we'll see if Skyline can't get at least one tick on one of these sites.
Skyline was able to get 1 tick off at the A site, so at least they have that secured. But now, all eyes on B here. Skyline, the kill feed is absolutely blue, sending Carnes back into their spawn. Progress on the 3rd tick is being made. Skyline just playing out of their mind right now. Blitz taking that big pick off of Chronix, and now all eyes over to A. Skyline down 2 respawns, but they can still make this happen.
They can still make it happen easily. All they need is a good break. Looks like Carnes will be able to set up on A site much better than Skyline will. They kind of surrendered that initial hold by taking B, but Mexi picking up 1, not able to get the 3rd. Carnes pushing Skyline all the way back to the spawn. They've got 2 players pushed up towards mid, and they only have 1 on site. They don't need any on site currently. They know where Skyline is, and they know where they're spawning. Going to push that front line up as far as they possibly can. Only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go, and we'll see if Skyline can maybe get through. Schmaxel popping off, Mexi popping off. We still need to see something out of Mist, who's got a 0.5 KD currently. If he can turn that on in this last half of the round, I think they'll be in a really good spot.
Yeah, key kills to be made here. They do have a minute to work with, but don't let it get away from them now. Carnes, as they begin to put up and getting those kills, Skyline is just spawning farther and farther back into their spawn here, losing that map control, so it's going to be harder to break out of this cave. Currently down by 7 respawns. It's going to be super tough as Carnes is now showing that aggression that makes them the top team in this league. That's going to be 3 down for Skyline. I just don't see it right here. Xenoc finding 2, an absolute monster, almost finds the 3rd. Skyline stuck in their spawn, needs to make it out. 27 seconds left on the clock.
3 versus 15 at this point. Make it a 1 versus 15. It's Mist, who's 8 and 18 against Carnes La Plancha and 11 respawns. You can chalk this one up on the board. Skyline not able to come away with this map, unfortunately for them. Mist, I have no faith in you currently. I'm sorry. I never want to call a game before it's over, but that one was over, my friend. Carnes, take control. Skyline made it very interesting. I thought they had this round in the first half, definitely. But as soon as Carnes was able to set up any kind of foothold on B, it was over from there. The map controls are too good. Their lanes are too consistent, and ultimately Skyline takes the loss because of it.
Yeah, it's that the Skyline came out literally guns blazing, and now it seems like they have a reoccurring thing, except for the search and destroy, of just taking their foot right off of that gas pedal when they had the control. So this hard point on Checkmate, it's a tough one. Checkmate, long lanes, and the ARs on Carnes de la Plancha are quite out of their mind. So it's going to be super tough. It is a hard point though, so it's going to be on Schmaxel and it's going to be on Mexi to really throw Carnes de la Plancha out of their element here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's got to be a frustrating game for Mist, that last one. He just couldn't quite get anything going. Picked up, I think, 8 kills, 20 deaths, around there. I don't remember the exact number, but got to be a frustrating game for him mentally. So hopefully he can turn it around here in the hard point match, where you can do a lot of fragging. You can really dial yourself in if you're sort of if you're cold, if you're not really warm. Hardpoint is a good mode to be able to do that in. And then if Mist can turn it around, you do have Schmaxel and you do have Maxi there, who have been consistent throughout the entire set. So just a couple things can happen for Skyline. Only 1 or 2 things can happen for Skyline, and they can take this one to the house. They can definitely even up this series.
Yeah, most definitely. And I always end up rooting for the underdog, so I'm pulling for them here just to show us, really, that being down 0-3 does not make them the type of team, to be at the bottom of the league like that. So
definitely not. Like I said, if you can take a round away from Carnes de la Plancha, all of a sudden they're mortal, and they've done that. They took the search round. They did it. They are the team to hand Carnes their second map loss in 3 weeks. So it's more than possible. They're more than capable of doing it.
Definitely more than capable. Chat, what are we thinking? Carnes now up 2-1. Does Skyline have what it takes to push this to a game 5?
Yeah, we got 50 viewers, bro.
Let's go.
Pog
champions.
Hey, 50 viewers, follow the casters, guys. Okay, good.
We saw Skyline give Carnes a big run for their money on the last hardpoint map on Moscow, and it was close until the last 30 points. It was neck and neck the whole way. It was the closest hardpoint match we've seen. Compare that even to the game between Evo and Warriors. That was a close hardpoint match as well, but between these two teams, they definitely put together the best show for hardpoint. Skyline lost the first one, and they know how Carnes plays at this point. It will be a different map on Checkmate, a much smaller map, but it's not unattainable.
Yeah, it's not unattainable.
This team has lost all of their sets by 1 map, and if they're going to do it against any team, I think it should be against Carnes de la Plancha, because that's a better story.
Most definitely. They do have their challenges. They have their work cut out for them. Like you said, Checkmate is a super small map. And in Carnes, they're hunters. So that aggression might play in their favor here. You know, on Moscow, you have a lot more space to work with, angles, you can set up more, but in Checkmate, you're always in someone's space, to be quite frank. So these kills are 10 times more important. And just having that map control, spawns can be icky if you're stuck.
Exactly.
But hopping in right behind Skyline, the underdogs wanting to make it happen here. Currently down 1-2 in the series. Let's get it.
If you're Skyline, you got to have your head on your shoulders, and you got to work in this CQC environment. You've got to not get carried away with everything that's happening around you. And you've got to be able to focus on what you're trying to do, and that's the objective. That's hold down the point. Don't get caught up in fragging. Smaxel, speaking of fragging, opening up with a 3-piece inside of the airplane, just tearing through P1 there. Not a problem for Smaxel, opening it up 3-0 on a streak of 9. They're going to need to shut him down quick.
Yeah, Chronix with the wall bang there gets him, stops that initial off from Skyline right there. Now, time being reclaimed in favor of Carnes a la Plancha right here, but spawns are still favoring Skyline, so they were able to contest. Initial time contest also comes through again. Plancha clears that out, and the rest of the scrap here. Nexi grabs one onto John as the rotations do come through on the mini-map. Skyline fully set up for this next P2 hill, and only about a 12 to 15 point deficit, so it's not looking too bad. Blitz finds 2 with the second one on the nade there, stopping that push.
Yeah, good read from Skyline there to beat Carnes to the punch there on that new point. Mexi getting taken down by La Plancha halfway through the wall. Second part by flying through the air. It's called style on La Plancha's part, but Skyline maintaining the point there. P2 for the moment. They have spawns on their side currently. We'll see how long that lasts. Plancha trying to work in a flank route, but Blitz shuts it down. Schmaxel finds one as well. Skyline looking pretty good for 2 points, as Carnes is going to try and set up a more coordinated push as a team of 3 now. The spawns switched right behind P2 here, and Schmaxel has no idea, and La Plancha will get taken, or excuse me, La Plancha will take out Schmaxel, and that'll hand the point and scraps over to Carnes La Plancha as we move to P3.
Yeah, fantastic lead out of Skyline, just to bank a good amount of time on that P2 there, keeping Carnes on the defense, flipping those spawns. However, the initial for this next hill goes in favor of Carnes. Mexi with the big pick on Xenon gets him out of the hill right there, but gets traded out of Plancha. Skyline finds 2 kills altogether. Plancha trying to find entry, finds one onto Schmaxel, backs up, looks for another one. Blitz trying to find one.
Wow.
Looking at every angle, but Plancha just coming up right behind him. This man is he's a killing machine, currently on a 5 spree. I think his second one, I believe, something like that. He went on a spree earlier. Yeah, so an absolute monster. And 44 seconds to his name at 11-3 on a 6 spree. You can't ask anything more from him.
This is definitely his play style. This is probably a map he appreciates playing a hard point on. You can see it in his KD. You can see it the way he moves around the map. On a 7 streak now. He's 12-3 with 50 points OBJ time. Finally gets taken down by Blitz. About time. Skyline there. Missed. Finds one onto John. They still have a 10-point lead, but it's being cut down by the second. Zenek on point now, trying to maintain this hold as the flank comes in from Skyline, and Blitz on a 5 spree of his own. Lots of trades happening back here. Blitz gets taken down by John. His spree is over. La Plancha finds Smaxel, and both teams trying to break one another down over this P4, and it's going both ways at the same time. Both teams scrambling for these points. I think that all that's left will be scrapped by the time they settle it out.
Yep, he'll remain fairly contested. Skyline maintaining about a 14-ish point lead. But the scrap will go, like you said, in favor of Carnes La Plancha, but Plancha gets taken out by Mexi there. Scrap being reclaimed by Chronix is going to pretty much make it an even game, but Schmax and Blitz getting the rest of that. Now the rotation does begin going into that last hill in the corner. That's going to be Xenoc holding that back corner with an AR. So it's going to be a little hard to break the Skyline. Fairly split across the map right now. Need to regroup. Figure out their push and how they're going to do this here. No one's on the... Oh, so it's going to be Blitz currently on the flank, trying to beam them out of their spawn. If they can get another kill or two, they might be able to flip those spawns, make it an even game now. Contest does come through. Mexi, huge kill onto Xenoc there. Saves Skyline and keeps them into this hill, but gets taken out 93 to 88.
Carnes moving in with aggression and speed. Talk about every time we see them play, they're not wasting any time. They're taking every engagement that they can absolutely take, and they're winning 90% of them. We see Mist and Mexi both take on a fight there and win it. And point for the moment, though, it's still contested. Skyline 101, 10-point lead. Mist hanging on for his life, dancing around these barrels, trying to avoid the gunfire from Carnes a la Plancha, the hellfire that they are pouring onto these sites with consistency. They have not let off the pedal throughout this entire map, though Skyline do have the point for the time being. Don't think it's going to last too long with Carnes moving in as fast as they are, and they might be making mistakes moving in as fast as they are. Schmaxel and Mist both pick up a kill. Chronix gets taken down by Schmaxel again. That's big for Skyline.
Yeah, Blitz finding 2 right there. They're just trying to keep Carnes as far away from the hill as possible. And I think that's just the best strategy at this point. Just keep getting those kills around the hill, spawn them back out, and just start the rotation going. But Schmaxel taken out by Plancha there. So hill is now in favor of Carnes a la Plancha. The Skyline, they were able to bank some good time on that hill. They're starting to rotate into P2. They're doing a great job at holding their own, and the kill feed across their entire team looks pretty solid and consistent so far. So not counting them out, time remains uncontested. The Sky Blitz going to reclaim the rest of that scrap. Now we're going into P2.
They took the scrap and they set up on P2 effectively at the same time. That's something you don't usually see. Mexi takes care of La Plancha there, trying to keep them far away from this site. Carnes moving in, but gets taken down by Schmaxel down lane. Zenix finds Schmaxel on the trade, but Blitz is set up another angle behind them as well. Skyline still taking down this point. They've got the first 10 seconds of it. Now it's almost a 50-point lead. As it finally gets contested by La Plancha, John, both picking up frags there. They're going to be able to run this point for a little bit as Skyline spawn in together, and they're going to try and move in as a team, but Zenix takes off Blitz. Mexi finds one from the back, and Carnes are left with 3 players, excuse me, on this P2. And I think at this point, if you're Skyline, you're going to have to set up for P3 and just let them have those scraps, because Skyline, I see them playing technically as well as Carnes a la Plancha. Their strategies, they're playing it by the book, they're doing a good job, and they're keeping up with them.
Yeah, fantastic job. Skyline looking a little split on the map right now, needing to regroup, but the initial is going to go in favor of Skyline here. 157 to 133. Xenoc looking to get this entry kill, but gets taken off by Mexi. Mexi also finds another one. John trades him out. Blitz looking to get this back kill, gets caught from the side by Chronix. Schmaxel finds John in the back there. Hill remains uncontested, 164 to 133. Schmaxel finding another 2. Make that 3. Just an absolute monster. Schmaxel stepping up into his prime here, 170 to 133. I'm seeing a different Skyline right now.
I'm seeing a different Skyline as well. They're doing a very good job. Mexi coming up with many multi-kills so far in this game. I don't have the number, but he's gotten more than he has in any other game mode so far. Mexi's multi-kills are doing very well for him. He's currently 25 and 16 with 36 seconds to OBJ. Schmaxel 17 and 20 with 131 seconds to OBJ time. That's great stuff. Mist turning it around, 16 and 13 with a minute of OBJ. I don't think they have. Schmaxel is negative, but the Skyline as a team, they are looking great together.
Yeah, now as we cross over to this 50-point threshold, Skyline might see 200 points here super quick. I really want to hear the comms coming out of Carnes a la Plancha right now, if we can head over into there.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got him.
We can't give him these 30. We will check it if you can.
Yeah, Chronix minute.
Sorry. He's top left. I got it out, then he got me.
John top.
Go back. I think we lost spawns. We lost spawns. What are we doing, boys? Fucked up right there.
No, we're straight.
We have to get him up to them. We can't give him those 15.
He's concrete. Shh. Let me close my knife. Chronic's dead. I'm laying down.
Nice. Me and Blitz is one of my left.
Don't drop him.
Oh, Plancha's one shot on their concrete. They're concrete, like front concrete near steps. Let's go as far as you can. Let's go as far as you can. I spawn P2. Where do you want me to hit from? Where do I need to hit from? Top lane or
Nice. I'll let you know.
Yeah, didn't have parallel. Yeah, turn about him.
As long as they're not getting time, we're good.
Oh, bro, he got me in the back.
They're gonna go one heady, guarantee.
Carnes a la Plancha sounds very calm in their ability. Skyline playing out of their minds with their callouts, trying to make everything matter here as Carnes a la Plancha. I won't say they're underestimating them. They're certainly not as concerned as them. That's the only difference.
I definitely, I see what you mean by that. Skyline now 220 to 165. Like you said, I think Carnes is just playing a little too comfortable right now. They need to kick it into gear and really step up if they want to close this out instead of pushing this to a game 5. But I really do like what I hear out of Schmaxa there. I heard him say, it's like, where do I hit from? You know, those comms are looking and sounding very solid, and I think that's exactly why we're seeing this lead of 228 to 170. Now, going back one more set of rotations, we go. Chronix is going to be your hill holder right now. Schmaxa looking for any type of entry here. Skyline finds 2. They're looking to trade Chronix out.
Wow.
Blitz does exactly just that. Hill remains contested, and Mexi closes that out. Now, Hill favoring Skyline 233 to 180.
Carnes had such a good hold here on P1, and I thought this was going to be the point where they really brought this game as close as it could be, but it looks like Skyline Blitz on a spree of 5. It looks like Skyline's going to close this one out. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left. Carnes does not have the time to touch. Skyline even this series up at 2 games apiece.
Jimmy, we have a game 5.
We got a game 5, and we might have an upset.
We might have an upset. Top and bottom team of the league. This is the story behind Skyline. This is the story. If they can do this right here, what a victory for them.
Well, I said it before. If you get to game 5 against Carnes a la Plancha, I'm gonna give you the advantage in game 5 because they have to be off their game to let you get this far. They hand them their 3rd map loss of the season. Carnes, prior to playing Skyline, had only suffered 1 map loss throughout 3 weeks of gameplay. So, Carnes a la Plancha with their their 3rd map loss. Skyline are looking to give them their 4th.
Wow. Wow. And now what is going to be our map? I haven't seen Miami. Did they take Miami Search and Destroy out of the... Or does no one just actually feel like
I
playing
think
it?
it's still in the rotation.
It's
but
still
I haven't
in?
seen it in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. I really vibe with Miami Search and Destroy.
6 and 9, 2, 8 and 11. Wow, this is fun.
It is.
It comes down to Search. Last time we played Search, Skyline took that dub, and it wasn't a close dub either. It was I think it was 6-3. It was a pretty substantial Search win for Skyline. So on checkmate, Carnes claimed that that's their best map, or Scissorts did at least. So we'll have to see. This is going to come down to it. This is game 5, last game of today's games. And yeah, top seed, bottom seed in game 5. Wow. What?
Yeah. Is it true that Skyline lost every single game 5 on Raid Search and Destroy? Is that their kryptonite?
Oh no.
Well, it wouldn't have been the first series, but maybe since.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Skyline, you made it this far. You got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
You've
Just
made
one more
Carnes
to go.
You've made Carnes a la Plancha very mortal. When you looked at their stat lines before this week, they looked undefeatable. But right now, they look pretty vulnerable to Skyline. And what did we say? Skyline is not the team that their stats reflect, that their stats say they are. They are not an 0-3 team. They've won 6 maps. Like, they have this in them. However,
They definitely do.
if Skyline loses, that will have been their 4th set where they lose by 1 map in a row. That will not be fun.
That's a little heartbreaking right there.
So I think if you got a heart, you're cheering for Skyline right now.
I want to
to
root for. I'm rooting for the underdog to do this. I don't know. I don't. This match stresses me out, Jimmy. It stresses me out.
Nick calling that we're gonna see a ninja in this map. Maybe up the icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're putting on a show for us. We've had consistently pretty much 50 viewers all day, for the most part in that area, and now, you know, casters, we have a treat too to cast such an amazing and engaging match, and it all ends right here after this game 5.
1st to 6, and we'll see who takes the set victory. I cannot believe this. They've handed Carnes over 50% of their map losses today in 1 set. They went from 9-1 to 11-3.
Yeah.
This is a team without a win.
Yeah. That's the big key right there.
I mean, the upset is already completed. This, if you ask me, like, I'm looking at the stats and I'm like, man, they've already done it. No, they need 1 more.
Just 1 more to close this out, and I mean, if it doesn't go in Skyline's favor, they can't really be mad at themselves. I think this is some of the best gameplay that I have ever seen out of Skyline thus far, and it's just getting better.
Even if you're Skyline and you don't win this set, okay, fine. You took Carnes to game 5. Nobody wants to play you. Like, nobody wants to play you again. So this is, depending on how you look at it, the Skyline are going to have multiple victories from this set.
Yeah. This is it's kind of reminding me of never mind, it's not a useful reference. But I was gonna reference to how in Black Ops 4 season, like, Gen G was pretty much the underdog, always going against like FaZe, 100 Thieves, Optic Gaming, and you know, they were able to pull wins. So hopefully they can have some of that same energy going against the behemoth right there. But we'll
see. We'll see. They put on a good show for us so far. So it's been entertaining. What if Skyline just 6-0s?
You know,
just runs them over.
If that happens, I'm gifting 5 to the channel.
Let's go.
I'll drop 5 gifted on this channel if Skyline can pull this on a 6-0. I will drop 5 gifted.
You heard it here first. Bucks making promises. We didn't have anybody call a game 5 in chat, at least. I don't know what we said. I think we probably said 4 games.
Yeah.
But here we are, game 5. They proved us wrong. Mexi, Schmaxel, been working up a storm here on Skyline. And we'll see if Carnes out of the Plancha can stop them here on map 5.
Plancha playing extremely aggressive, gets taken down by Schmaxel, gets that first blood. Mexi there for the trade, though. Xenoc with the sniper, looking to try and find 1. Plane control favoring Skyline at this point, currently in a 4v3.
Carnes starting to rotate here, take a little bit of action. Schmaxel gets caught in the back by John. Mexi takes care of that trade. Sniper shot misses. Skyline get away with the trade. Zenek creeping underneath the plane. Blitz might be able to spot this out, but Zenek finds Mist, takes him down with the secondary. They should have info on Zenek at this point. Mexi spots him, but now the peek's going to come in from Zenek on the other end. It's a 2v1. 1v1 now. Blitz and Chronix for the first round of map 5.
And Bomb is down in plane, so it favors Blitz completely. Chronix with a huge retake here. Looking to try and beat him.
Did he cover it up? Did he see him?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he saw him.
I think the frame of his red dot might have actually covered up Blitz.
Chronix checking.
He doesn't know.
Oh
no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he does know. But Blitz has a good read here with an angle set up. And that should be it. No, Blitz can't. He chokes the shot.
He's gonna hop on the defuse. Blitz has to check the bomb. Blitz has to check the bomb. He's just playing it too far. He's playing it too far.
Nick, you called it. Nick, you called it. First round, we saw a ninja.
Yep. Wow.
Disappointing stuff if you're Blitz. I mean, Chronix absolutely showed himself in the open, and Blitz just could not land enough shots and end the round there. So that's got to be frustrating if you're Blitz. But if you're Skyline, you still put up a good round.
Yeah, fantastic round. Fortunately, Blitz just did rotate just a little too far away from that bomb, but nothing to fret about. Still very much in the series. Pushed Carnes to a game 5. Chronix carrying your bomb. It's going to go right through plane. It looks like it's going to be the same in net with aggression. T-Knock finds one onto Blitz. Schmaxel covering the bomb.
3v1 here, or excuse, well, 4v3 favoring Carnes. Maxwell holding down the head angle. Mist gonna peek. Gonna find one. Mist does not get the second onto John, though. The trade does not come in. So a 2v3 now favoring Carnes. LaPlancha gets caught, but John finds Mist. Mexi gets caught in the opening. Carnes on LaPlancha just like that. Take a quick 0-2 victory.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to assert that dominance. To go up in the search and destroy. They did not like losing that first search and destroy. However, I think on the score for the first search and destroy, did Skyline also go down 0-2?
I believe they did. I don't think they led early.
Yeah.
So, if you're Skyline, just take it easy. You know, play with your head on your shoulders. You're not out of this. They still need to win 4 more rounds on you. And let's see what they plan to do. Looks like they're gonna favor A with a lurk at B, but no, the bomb heads towards B site. I would have thought they would take bomb towards A where there's more players, but trades go out. 3v3. Mexi finds LaPlancha. Man advantage. 3v2 for Skyline. And a free plant. Wow, Zenek just mixes that shot, and a plant will go down for Skyline. And it'll be a retake situation for Carnes. We've seen both these teams play search. We know both of them can retake. So don't count anybody out after that bomb goes down.
Yeah, if Zenek can just find an angle here. Chronix finds one onto Mexi, so ties that up. Make it a 2v2. Missed.
Zenek already on site. Mist doesn't have the read. In the wrong angle, but does get the kill anyway. 2v1 now. Blitz missed against Zenek. Now a 1v1. Zenek, I don't know if he has the read on Mist or not, but he has no time left. He has to defuse Mist. Wins that gunfight. Waiting for him at bomb. Skyline get on the board, which is exactly 1-2 is much better than 3-0. 1-2 is so much better.
Yeah, it just feels so much. So much better. And going down 0-3, you know, Carnes they definitely will be feeling themselves, and that's when they'll want to just accelerate through the rest of the series. But slowing it back down, Skyline able to bring themselves into this 1-2. Bomb is going to be carried by Plancha on this one. Looks like we're going for a B plant, but they're going to try and work a different angle here, not working straight through the plane, trying to throw them off Mexi. Will he spot
something happened? I don't know what happened, but LaPlancha doesn't like it. Something happened to their coordinated push, and they kind of changed their minds here. But they do get the frag onto Mexi, so they might recommit. But it looked like they changed their minds about something. I don't know what it was. 3v4 favoring Carnes.
Missed. Looking for anyone. Plancha sitting top plane. Trophies galore. Schmaxel and Blitz playing the back of that plane.
Missed, finds one. 3v3 now. Looking for more. Playing for info. Missed. John's holding this angle, though. Missed, better be careful. 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb will have to go down soon.
Looks like
And
Plancha is
Skyline
going to
knows it.
make the push.
Both teams waiting for a mistake here. Neither of them giving up. Zenek going to go for a push here. Blitz has the read. Does not come away alive, but he does get the trade. LaPlancha challenges and missed is there on the sideline. John trades out. Missed, though, just in time. It's a 1v1. Schmaxel versus John. Schmaxel has the read. And Skyline stay alive just in time. I thought that the... Wow. What's the HP on Schmaxel there? 1?
Yeah, he was absolutely wanting. He went to try and run from his life and was being hunted down in the progress. The clock just runs out. Not enough time to close that out right there. Skyline brings us back to 2. Very familiar.
This is just
very
a little
familiar.
too much right now. It's a little too much.
Cool.
Skyline with bomb. Taking it towards the A site as both teams barrel towards mid. Looks like they're going for a fast plant here. Nobody has the read on this. The bomb's going down. And it's not yet. He's still trying to clear angles over there at A site, but what? I don't know what Schmaxel's doing. I don't know if he's playing for info. He's now traded places with LaPlancha at A site. So Schmaxel's just in the back. Now he finds one off guard. Now they have the read on Schmaxel, though he has bomb. That's the only problem. He needs his teammates to come in and save him before this bomb gets taken down. Missed, finds another one. Chronix gets taken out, and that's a lead for Skyline. They lead this 3-2.
I was very scared for Schmaxel's play right there, because had Chronix turned on him on this kill, I don't think Skyline would have pulled that win right there with bomb being down right where it would have landed. So risky, but
Risky,
you gotta play
off.
risky. Sometimes you gotta just throw some plays in there like that. I wish he didn't have bomb, but they did pull the round. So going back into this, Carnes down by 1 round, nothing too major yet. Pretty consistent group push out of them, working that bottom plane, just looking to get some first bloods here.
Missed, taking some shots downrange. He's been spotted. LaPlancha trying to feel out both sides here. Finds Missed. Zenek with the snipe downrange. 3v4 now. Favor of Carnes. Zenek might have a second here. He's hunting one. Schmaxel finds LaPlancha. Evens it up. 3v3. John waiting for Mexi to come around this corner. He has the info there. He knows. Zenek finds Schmaxel, though. Second kill of the round with a sniper from him.
Zenek absolutely on fire with that sniper in the search and destroy. Carnes currently in the 3v2, looking to put this bomb down. They do have plane control so far, so bomb's going to go down at B. Mexi last alive. Bomb should be down. There it is. 43 seconds left on the clock.
If anyone can clutch up, it's Mexi. Oh, look at that. One shot on the Chronix now. He has to give up sight. Mexi is going to push all the way in. He won't even... He's got 30 seconds on bomb. Is he going to worry about bomb, or is he going to try and chase the kill? Oh, Chronix has the info on him now, but this is lost. Huge play from Mexi to smoke in, get in undetected. Chronix wasn't able to track him through smoke, and he just explodes around the corner. And Skyline are up 4-2.
Ice. Absolutely ice in his veins. Smoke that out and the play just a full rush, knowing that he's sitting in the back of that plane. 300 IQ right there. Now they're up 4-2 in the series, Jimmy. Is this the momentum? Are they feeling this? You know, are they excited?
I mean, you have to be excited, but you also have to have your composure if you're Skyline.
Exactly.
You cannot throw away this 2-round lead here. You have to play your life. You have to play conservatively. There's no reason to play unorthodox or out of the box. You've solidified a lead. You have landing insurance with you if you need it. Schmaxel playing really aggressive here. He's going to get caught out by at least 3 different barrels, but he somehow gets out alive. Maintains the 4v4.
The man is dodging and on a mission. Backs up. Regroups. 1 minute left on the clock. Still seems undecided so far.
Zenek misses the shot. Schmaxel will know not to re-peek. The call-out should be made that there is a sniper in the backfield, so Skyline should be aware of Zenek, at least until they get into a firefight. Down. Does not get Schmaxel. How has he lived? He's lived through 3 different gunfights. Schmaxel's still alive. Bomb will go down, and that's going to be a big momentum shift. Mexi spots Plancha from down the hall. Schmaxel may challenge, but Zenek comes in for the re-peek to back up his teammate. Still a 4v4. 30 seconds on the bomb. Mexi finds one.
Get a 4v2. Plancha last alive. Skyline up 5-2.
Gosh.
Skyline is up 5-2.
How have they done this? How have they done this?
Oh, I have
1 round
chills.
away from the biggest upset available in the league.
Carnes with their backs against the wall. Can they push this one more round? Can they make it? Can they see a round 11?
This is when, if you're Carnes and you have a trick play up your sleeve, this is usually the round you'd see it in. Just as a momentum shift.
It looks like
Carnes
they're gonna
barreling towards B site. They are on the way. Plancha already in. They might not expect him to be here this early.
Chronix finds one onto Schmaxel. 4v3 favoring Carnes. Play stops. Chronix rotating for more information.
Skyline slowing it way down here. They have established their angles and they are waiting for the Carnes to make some sort of mistake. They're waiting for info or they're waiting for a free kill. They have slowed it way down.
All players crawling on the ground to avoid any type of noise. That is exactly how serious it is right now. Zenek finds one onto Blitz. Now make it a 4v2. Missed the cover.
The angle here. Oh, that's huge. That's big info, but it's not enough. Mexi in a 1v4 finds one. Finds 2. It's Mexi versus 2. He's clutched one of these before. They know where he is. This is not impossible. He's been in this situation before with bomb down.
27 seconds left on the clock. If Mexi clutches this, they will have defeated the best team.
Oh no! Just misses that lane. He had enough time to kill him, but he missed the shots. He's gonna get away with his life. 10 seconds left. I don't know if he has enough time to kill both players. It's gonna have to be a double kill. Nope, they know the time is on their side. Mexi kill. Knows the round is over. Almost spins around and finishes it off. Carnes Plancha wins out another round. Make it 5-3. Mexi had a chance. He made it very close. He made it he turned a 4v1 into a 1v1 bomb down situation. Keep that guy alive next round. That's all I'll say.
100%. Now, Carnes Plancha down 3-5. Skyline, what do we need to see out of them to just get just one more round?
I don't even know at this point. I would say just play aggro.
Yeah.
But we've seen that trick play from Schmaxel getting behind them at A site, and that also earned them around. I don't even know at this point what they need. Luck, a good gunfight win. One gunfight can swing this momentum in Skyline's direction, and they can just ride off of that into the 6th round.
Yeah, Mist and Blitz staying outside of the plane to try and cover their angles here. Blitz looking for any type of info. He's itching inch by inch.
This is a great setup from Skyline. This flying V formation they have. 2 players on point, 2 players on the outside waiting to see the opponent push in after them. I think that's going to be huge. I would hope that those players on the outside there are able to make a trade happen. 30 seconds left on the clock. Both teams not giving up their position.
It looks like Shmax is going to rotate towards the A side. 28 seconds left. Has not been called out yet, but John sees it and spots the read, and now 21 seconds left on the clock. Chronix rotates over, trying to find one. Zenek finds the first blood. Miss trades him out. Make it a 3v3. 12 seconds left on the clock. Bomb needs to go down. Schmaxel dropped bomb. I don't know if it's enough time. to get anything down in that round. Goes in favor of Carnes a la Plancha. Unless they can get one more kill, but just not enough time. Carnes a la Plancha only down 1 round, looking to push this to a round 11. I don't think it could get any closer between these teams.
If you notice this play from Mist, he doesn't go for the bomb plant. He went exactly for the kill, hoping his teammate would be able to pick one up as well. That was his only thought process. Mist thought, I'm not worried about the bomb right now. I'm going to go get this kill and hope that my teammate also picks one up. And it just didn't happen that way. But I liked that play from Mist there. I think it was heads up.
Yeah, the boys in blue on defense. They just have to stop. One last push. Carnes with significant control in the plane. Shots being fired.
Should see a peek from Blitz here in just a moment. He knows one's there. Has the info on at least one player inside the plane. Both Mexi and Mist holding down the outside lanes. John and La Plancha waiting for their opportunity to plant that bomb. 40 seconds on the clock. Flash goes out for info. La Plancha might have seen his barrel there, but the hit marker will give away his position anyway. Mist finds La Plancha. It's a 3v4 favor of Skyline. Mexi finds another one. 4v2. Zenit goes down.
This could be it. John picks up bomb, gets taken down by Schmaxwell.
John. It's a 1v4 for the game, for the upset. Last alive is Chronix. He's gonna have to make it happen, but Mist fires down range, and that's gonna be it. Skyline make the comeback against Carnes a la Plancha. It's the biggest upset available in Future Kings COD League. You've never seen it before. They
absolutely nothing like it. And what a win. What a win for Skyline to finally to pull out a game 5. They lose to 2-3 for the past 3 weeks, and now in week 4, Skyline has done it, and they take down the top team in the league.